Hi everyone, welcome back to Ride or Die. Today we're back with another backpack review. I picked up a backpack several months back. It's the North Face Borealis. I feel like I've had an adequate amount of time with it, so I'm ready to make this review. So just to start off with, this is the Borealis. I did purchase this with my own money. This is not a sponsored video in any way. I think I spent about $100 for it. The color on this bag is a timber bag. It is timber all the way through. There is a timber and brown combination that I didn't like quite as much, but I've been pretty happy with this color so far. I've gotten a lot of compliments about this bag, strangely enough, which is like literally never happened to me before. But yeah, this color is called timber. I do have an affiliate link to this bag down below, just to make you aware. That does help out the channel if you end up using that link. If not, that's fine too. So yeah, this is the timber bag. I think I've used this probably about like 3-4 months in total. I went with this bag for a few different reasons. First of all, I wanted a more generic use bag that would fit into a bunch of different situations, particularly sort of light hiking, along with more of those kind of like school uses and daily uses, and then also traveling. So to start off with, the Borealis is about a 25-year-old design. It was created by North Face to be a day pack, which means that it's meant to be a good hiking backpack. And so there are a lot of hiking features to it, which we'll get into in a second. Over the time, it's become much more popular for just general use. A lot of kids like to use this as their regular book bag. It's popular on college campuses, and it's been around for a long time. Let's get into some of the features on the bag, starting with the back panel. So the back panel is this flex vent technology. It's got this kind of middle channel to help keep it ventilated. This is supported or endorsed by the some society, I can't remember the name of it, but some society that helps you know, your back and your posture. So I have found this bag to be really comfortable. The padding is kind of like thick and also cushiony at the same time. It does have that rigid back panel that a lot of these bags have now. And the great thing about that is that it's always going to hold its shape. You've got these well-padded straps. The well-padded straps end in what I think is probably my favorite feature, which is this kind of like, I guess I would say this is like a separate piece of fabric. And this fabric strip allows it to do something really amazing, which is that it allows it to flex a lot more than it would if it terminated with the padding in the strap. So the benefit to that, as someone with sort of wider shoulders, is this can kind of move like this and stretch out as it needs to on my back. So it's a lot more comfortable in that regard. We have some loops here. We'll get into what those loops are a little bit later, but those are reflective. We have a chest harness with the ability to kind of slide up and down this rail. Pretty common feature on hiking backpacks. So those are sort of its hiking backpack roots coming into play. There is also a removable waist strap, which I currently have removed. It's just a thin strap that goes around here. It doesn't have any pockets or anything like that. But that feature being on here in and of itself is really great. So that's the back panel. Again, super comfortable. Been pretty happy with all of those features thus far. Then we've got the front side, or the out-facing portion. To start off with, at the very bottom, we have the Borealis logo, and then we have these compression straps. Compression straps will allow you to kind of cinch the bag down and hopefully get it to be a little bit smaller than it was before, so that it will fit into those hairier places, like maybe you want to put it underneath the seat in front of you on the plane or something like that. You got this outer cinch strap, and this is really what makes this the Borealis backpack. Now, there is sort of a budget version of the Borealis called the Jester. North Face sort of does a premium and budget model for a lot of their different backpacks. So the Jester has a similar feature. It doesn't have this outer pocket, so if you're looking to save a little bit money and you'd like to have some of these features, you might take a look at the Jester. I haven't used that one personally. I think, as I said, it's about $60. But you can just cinch things down. You can put a jacket back here, you know, gloves, a hat, whatever it might be, and pack those things down. Again, a really handy feature for hiking if you're, carrying stuff around that you just don't want to carry anymore. Moving over to the side, we've got these sizable water bottle pockets. So we've got a water bottle pocket on both sides. They're exactly the same. They can be cinched. And to give you an idea of what these look like, I'm going to go ahead and drop my Nalgene into it. So I'll just throw that in there. And you can see that's my Nalgene with the human gear top on it. So that's fitting in there. If you had the regular top in there, it would be even more low profile, but it fits in there with no problems. It just slides in and out. I think one of my only complaints with this pocket is that there should be, in my opinion at least, maybe a little bit of a strap that will kind of attach to the bag. That way, when you lean over, your bag doesn't just, dump your water bottle out. I have had that happen with a few other bags that I've used. Haven't had it happen with this one yet. And of course, being able to cinch this pocket down does help in that regard. There is sort of like ventilation here on the water bottle pocket. I guess that would help it kind of stretch if it needed to, but thus far I've been pretty happy with it. Okay, moving on to the top, we've got a ruggedized sort of strap. The strap is got like a meaty feel to it. It doesn't feel like it's going to tear. It feels like you could really load this bag up and grab it by this thing all day long and it'll be ready to go, which is not always the most common thing with some of these backpacks. This particular point can feel like a fail point over time. You kind of pick up your bag when it's really heavy and you're like, ooh, I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. With this, I don't anticipate that I'll ever get to that point. I don't think that I'll ever load this bag up so much that I'll be like, oh boy, I should probably pick it up by the straps. Before we move into the pockets, we do have YKK zippers, so YKK zippers throughout. I did confirm that on their website and also just visually inspecting the bag. There are zipper pulls here. If you're not familiar, those YKK zippers, by the way, are thought to be some of the best manufactured zippers. It's a feature that a lot of people look for in their bags. The durability of the zippers is really going to go to the longevity of the bag itself. So if you've got good zippers, it stands to reason that the bag will last a long time. So thankfully, these are good quality zippers. Another thing I just want to kind of note before we get into these pockets, there don't appear to be those rubberized elements. So if you're looking for like a waterproofed design, this is probably not it. There is some kind of water resistant elements down here with this outer kind of material, but you don't have those rubberized zips. I'm actually thankful for that. Those elements tend to get kind of weird and break down strangely over time. So the fact that it's not like rubber and a bunch of different, stuff that's going to kind of get gummy and strange over time, I'm actually thankful for. With that being said, we'll go ahead and get started with the back panel. This panel is primarily for a laptop, and you can see if I open that up, it's got the North Face tag there. Right now I just have a notepad in there. Great thing about this back pocket is that it doesn't extend all the way to the bottom of the bag. And the benefit to that is that if you were to plop this bag down on the hard floor, your laptop's not actually going to hit the floor because it's going to end about 2 inches from the bottom. Does that make your laptop indestructible in this bag? Absolutely not. I did use this bag as my personal item when flying a few times this summer. I had my 13-inch laptop in here. It can hold up to a 16-inch laptop. I was able to just tuck it under the seat in front of me and get in and get out of that bag as I needed to, and it worked great. One thing you'll also notice is that this is kind of a dual purpose pocket because it can also serve as the proper spot for a hydration bladder. So you've got this little Velcro loop up here at the top. If you're someone that likes to hike with a hydration bladder, you can do that. You can pop it in here. You can feed the hose down through and out that little hole, down through the loops here that we've got, and then out to your chest strap. So a feature that you would expect to find in just about any hiking backpack of reputable quality is here and available in the North Face Borealis. The main compartment is just a big open pocket. I deeply appreciate that it's white inside or a lighter color. Because when I drop things in here, I'm able to find them. So, you know, if I put stuff in here, this is a pretty sizable pocket, I'm going to be able to get to it and see what it is. There's not a lot to say about this pocket. There's not a lot going on. There aren't additional hidden pockets or things like that in here. It's just one kind of primary interior pocket. And then finally, on the outside, we've got what I think is probably the best feature of this bag altogether. It's this outer kind of upper quadrant pocket. I guess I would say it's like a 1/2 pocket. I love this pocket. I think it's phenomenal. I wish every bag I ever owned had a pocket like this because it doesn't extend all the way to the bottom of the bag. So if you fill this bag up, it's going to expand from the main compartment out. But this stuff is just going to kind of stay where it is. So you've got this kind of grab and go pocket on the outside that is fleece lined, so you can put things in it that, you know, maybe you would be worried about getting scratched up. I don't know, you know, your phone, maybe a Nintendo Switch, something like that. So with that out of the way, we're going to take a look at the final kind of compartment here, and that is the best feature of the bag, as I said, this primary compartment that has, I should say this back pocket that has an open pocket here for whatever you might want to put into it. So I have my inflatable neck pillow in here. I've got a Kindle in here. I've got, you know, my headphones and stuff like that for the flight. We've got this fleece lined pocket, which I have chock full of, you know, notepads and stuff like that, but that would be a good spot for your glasses. So if you don't want those things to get, you know, messed up or scratched up, that would be a good place to put them. And then you've got two additional mesh pockets here a little bit further down. And then down below that is just kind of more of the general pocket area. You don't have to put stuff in this area. I do, however. And the thing that I really liked about this pocket was that as I was flying, if I needed stuff out of my bag, I could just kind of pull my bag out halfway, open this pocket, and get to it just like that. One thing I noticed the last time I was flying is that they have cracked down on the use of slings. So a lot of people have been kind of flight hacking by taking a sling and wearing that during the flight. And now they're saying that that is a personal item in and of itself. So you can't have a sling, a backpack, and a suitcase on a flight, for instance. The sling is going to be your carry-on item, or your personal item, I should say. So knowing that, I just put everything that I needed access to in here, and this almost acted like a sling within the backpack itself. So it saved my bacon, and I was pretty happy with it. So yeah, that's the North Face Borealis. Again, I think my only quibble with this backpack is that I wish it had a little bit of a strap here, but otherwise I can't really find anything to complain about. I hope that I get to use this for many years to come. As I said, we'll have a link to this bag in the description down below. Again, if you use that link, it does help support the channel. Not something you have to do, but if you do, thank you so much. And I might even come back, you know, months or years from now and give a little bit of a follow-up on this. But it's been through a lot already, and it looks fine, and it's doing pretty well. So I want to have something bad to say about this bag, but I honestly don't. So with that said, thank you so much for watching here to the end. If you end up picking up this bag and you like it, or you already own this bag and you have some information on it, feel free to share those in the comments down below. I hope you have a great day.